The content of the homeless people is a big aspect of our society, but do we really know what we're referring to with this term? In order to find out it, we will travel back to the 20th century in Paris, France. Paris is one of the most populated and visited cities in Europe. The concept of homeless people started from there, when during the 20th century, with the cinema and literature, it was seen not as a negative thing, as it is nowadays, but as a choice that some people in society used to do. They wanted just to enjoy life, as it was, but this concept has been exaggerated too much until it became an issue in most of the most important cities in Europe, such as London. London, over the past 6 years, been in a crisis in regards to homeless people. There are so many, and if the government won't provide funds to their charities, they won't be able to help them. Dan Dineman, that works at the Senior Policy and Research Office, said what it is about homeless and what it is that actually cause this issue in society.
So I think that there's a lot of statistical evidence to show that rough sleeping in particular is increasing, as are all forms of homelessness. And I think it's borne out by the experiences of our staff who actually work on the ground. So people who work with people sleeping rough every day, people who are providing advice to people who've lost their homes. So I do think that rough sleeping is increasing, as is other sorts of homelessness as well. I think generally the biggest cause of homelessness and rough sleeping historically has been relationship breakdowns. So people living with a partner or with their family, and those relationships break down, so people have to move out of that home. I think recently the cost of living in the private rented sector has increased dramatically, which means that people are finding it harder to get into property when they need to. So they're finding it harder to find rented accommodation when they need it. That could be after a relationship breakdown, or it could be because they've moved to London to look for work, or for a whole host of reasons. And at the same time, the support that people get to pay for accommodation in the private rented sector through housing benefit has in some cases decreased or has been capped. So housing benefit isn't keeping up with the increased cost of private rented accommodation.
So what's the issue with London? Why is there this plummet of homeless people? Here is so much marked. Lynn Vickery, senior lecturer in outstanding at London Sabah University, says why she thinks that London is actually one of the cities that is targeted by this homeless crisis.
Different views on it, but no one can dispute the fact that London is a growing city. It's growing with younger people, with single people, and the research shows that that's been going on for some time and will continue to grow, and everybody needs somewhere to live. Therefore, the prices for where those homes are going to go up, because there's not enough land, there's not enough building, and of course affordability is a huge problem.
So these are some aspects that explains why homeless is so important in London. If you want to know more about this topic and to find out other things like how can we stop that,